Table tennis is a fast-growing sport in the world. At the Olympic Games, you see countries contest in this very competition for medals. But it's always about the Asians always dominating. Here in Africa, it's been very difficult going out there to showcase. Once in a while, you see an African country or an African player do very well in this sport. But for some years to come, Africa will be hoping to get more in terms of players to play this particular sport. Already there are some players out there, but how can we build on this? That is what the Ghana Table Tennis Association are doing. What they are doing is to bring together under 12 players from across the continent to exhibit their talent and also build these players going forward. By so doing, we'll get some good players in the near future to participate at the Olympic Games and do very well as the Asians. So this afternoon here at the DJ Hasfamani Hall at the Accra Sports Stadium, it is the under-12 competition where we've seen players from Nigeria, Ghana participate. We speak to the coaches here, we speak to the players, as well as officials of the Ghana Table Tennis Association on why this great laudable initiative. So we have Coach Anthony Owusu-Ansah. He's the chief coach for the Ghana Table Tennis Association. To speak to him more about this event. Coach, thanks so much for having us here. And briefly tell us about the event.
Yeah, this is basically for under 12. This is a West African program. And Ghana Table Tennis Association, in collaboration with the International Table Tennis Federation, is organizing this training exercise. We were expecting, our brothers from the West African coast. But it's quite unfortunate we have only, Nigeria, coming to take part in this, major exercise. We have the expert coming from Egypt, that is Ishmael, and he's doing so well, giving them, the basic training. And I believe that this is a very good, exercise for especially under 12, because we need to build upon, from that, division. Good foundation for them so they can just move up.
Okay. Table tennis is a fast-growing sport in the world, and at the Olympic Games, you always see the Asians dominating this very sport. Could this be the reason why we are doing this? So, in the near future, also we see Africa do well, because when you build the capacity of the young ones, that's where when they grow, you get something big and good out of them.
Exactly. This is why, African Table Tennis Association is trying to develop. We need to catch up with the Asians. You agree with me that, a country like China, Japan, they're doing so well. And they started like this. You need to catch them young, give them the solid, foundation for them to build upon. So this is just the beginning stage. From the beginning stage, they will move up to the basic, then of course to the advanced stage. Well, this is a 5-year development program that we have for our young kids. We need to sustain this program to ensure that we move them to higher heights, so they can represent the nation in the 3-4 years to come.
So you heard from Coach Owusu-Ansah, Chief Coach of the Ghana Table Tennis Association. Now I have with me the main actors, the under-12 players here. Some delightful touches we saw them exhibit when we came in here, and I'm sure you've seen some on your screen. Hi, what's your name?
Musa Mustafa.
Okay, and you are a Nigerian.
Yes.
How does it feel playing table tennis?
Interesting.
It's very interesting.
Yes.
You want to do it to a level where you get something out of it?
Yes.
What are you hoping to achieve with table tennis?
Champion.
To be a champion. So I'm sure one day you want to be at the Olympic Games.
Yes.
And be the likes of the Chinese and the Koreans.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So that's Mustafa. Oh, you've also You've also been playing table tennis, and I came in here and I saw you play some great, touches today. What do you also make of the table tennis and how the young some of you young boys have started playing? How does it feel to play table tennis?
Great.
It feels great. What do you hope to achieve?
To be a champion, the whole and African one.
Oh, you want to be a champion in Africa, and I'm sure in the world.
Yes.
But you watch table tennis on TV?
Yes.
So when you watch, what do you get from it that you want to improve?
And I learned so much things.
So many things.
Yes.
Tell me one.
And like the forehand drive. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So you also play table tennis. Why this sport?
Because I like this sport. It's actually a sport that I like, only table tennis. That is why.
And you want to play to a top level?
To be in the world.
Oh, you want to get to the Olympic Games?
Yes.
Who do you look up to in table tennis? You know any notable table tennis player that you look up to?
Like Aruna Koji.
Oh, okay.
I look at him.
Yeah, I know him. He plays it very, very well. All right, so some of the actors speaking to us, they are the young ones that the Ghana Table Tennis Federation or Association are trying to, build their capacity. So in the near future, when we participate at the Olympic Games, it wouldn't just be about the Asians, but we'll also mention Africa, and obviously it will be coming from Ghana and Nigeria. Well, to show how serious this challenge is, there's an ITTF official here from Egypt that we're going to interact with. Sir, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Why this program?
This program we want to make progress in Africa, especially in Africa. We want all the countries in Africa to participate. It's a development course. It's nice for all the other countries that in the West region to come and to participate. We stay here for 1 week, and we have very hard training every day. We train 2 sessions. The first one from 9 to 12, and then from 2:30 to 5:30. And also there's physical training. There's many other things in the program to develop the other players. I saw many players good in Ghana and also with Nigeria team. They train really well. They do everything to progress. I hope this program will continue, not stop on this week only, but I hope it will be continuing for many years.
And have you been impressed with what we've seen from the youngsters?
Young players, very good. We have many players, 2011, 2012, I think, yes, and that's born, so 7-8 years. They have 7-8 years. They still have about 4 or 5 years playing under 12 and hopes, and all of this program is also continuous to the hopes. The hopes, it's like a tournament. It will played every year, okay, like a qualify to World Hopes Week.
So you heard from the coach, you heard from the players, as well as the other officials of the Table Tennis Association. And obviously, what they are doing is to help build the capacity of the young boys. So in the near future, we'll get big stars when it comes to this sport. And we hope and pray that in the coming tournament, Olympic Games, as well as major international competitions, we'll get Africans, specifically Ghanaians, dominating in this very sport. Benedict Owusu reporting from the DJ Hatfamani Hall at the Accra Sports Stadium.